not necessarily represent the views or opinions of the staff, management, or ownership of this station. It's time to get on the right path with Right Path Real Estate Radio with Jason Bible. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today.
What's that?
Get ready. The guide that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271. Now here's your host, Jason Bible.
All right, hot mics.
Welcome to the show. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. We had a fantastic event last night. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank Steve and Vicky and Amanda for doing a phenomenal case study. I wasn't there for the whole thing. I had to sneak out. So I had other stuff going on right after our event, but it was absolutely fantastic. I chatted with the team after the event last night. So thank you guys so much for coming out and doing that for us. It was absolutely fantastic. Now I hear as a reward that somebody's going to go out and buy a condo in Destin. So, in any case, we had a great time last night. For those of you who weren't there, we shared a case study of a family in our club that is up to, I want to say, 32 houses. I got to be honest with you guys. I cannot keep track of how many properties our members are buying. I cannot keep track of it. We keep track of it internally. We've got some folks that can pull those numbers. But right now, if I were to guess, our membership, including Tom and I, are probably buying somewhere between 40 and 70 houses a month. So it's hard for me to keep up with what everybody's doing. But in any case, they're in the 30s at this point. They've bought 10 or 12 of these things in the last 12 months or so, and they are doing absolutely fantastic. And it's been fun. I'll tell you, the fun thing for me is to watch a new member come in, and they learn our processes, they learn our system. We have a very repeatable process, very repeatable systems. And it's fun to see their mindset shift. Their mindset shift from I'm not sure this is the right thing to yes, I can do it to let's do lots more of it. Like, it's fun to see that transition from, getting started in real estate and being nervous and a little insecure. And you know what? The reality is, anytime you start something new, it's just weird at first. It's just something you're not used to doing. Think about the first time you learn to drive a car. That's exactly what this process is like. You get in the car. You're trying to figure out. It feels really unnatural. And then for those of you who learned how to drive a stick shift, a manual transmission, now you've got this stick shift and you got these 3 pedals down there. It's all really, it's kind of wild at first. And I'll tell you, in our group, we teach people how to drive, but we just don't leave you there, because we've got people in our group that have learned how to drive race cars in 12 months. And then eventually we teach them how to fly fighter jets, which when you look at people who buy 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 houses a year, that's what they're flying, fighter planes now at this point. But when they came to us, they started in the same place. Brand new. Or maybe they were being taught by some other real estate educators and they were really confused, and they come to us and they're like, Jason, I don't understand. I'm driving this car and half the time I'm crashing into stuff. The other half of the time I'm driving the wrong direction. I don't know what's going on. And what's amazing is a lot of people think it's just like, if I just get a few questions answered, then I'll be on the right path. And that's not at all how this works. It was interesting. I was reading, my son is at camp, my oldest one, He's at camp in Colorado. He comes back, I think, Saturday night, and he hasn't started working on his orienteering merit badge, but I was looking through some of his Boy Scout stuff. And, there's a big difference between magnetic north and true north, in case you guys didn't know that. There's a big difference between the two, and depending on which hemisphere you're in or how far you are away from magnetic north, you have to calculate the difference. Why is that important? Because if you're off by a few degrees, you could be tens of miles off from your target. What a lot of people miss when they get started in this business is that it's just not about answering a few questions. It's about, am I doing the right things every day to get me to my goal? And I'll tell you that there's an email that's going to go out sometime today, if not this weekend. I've got half the email written, but I like to kind of, flesh these ideas out a little bit. So I'll probably be at the Flying Saucer this afternoon in Sugar Land working on this thing. But one of the ideas I'd like to talk about is retirement versus financial independence. Folks think retirement, I shouldn't say folks, Americans believe that financial independence and retirement can be used interchangeably. And I'll tell you right now, that's not true. Retirement, by definition, means you are no longer able to work. That's really what that means. It means removing yourself from your active earned income. Now, the part that people miss is, in a lot of cases, that is involuntary. Sickness or injury. Career obsolescence. One of these that's coming down the pipeline right now is there's a lot of talk about autonomous vehicles. If you are involved in the transportation space, transportation industry, when technology catches up, how many people do we need to drive trucks anymore? There was a fascinating article this week about robotics in healthcare. Now, we're not going to completely get rid of surgeons, but how many of these things are going to be automated? And within your career, is your career going to become obsolete while you're still working? You will then be involuntarily retired. Retirement is simply no longer working. And a lot of Americans believe that financial independence and retirement can be used interchangeably. That's not correct. It's fascinating. We had this debate in the office. At what age can you retire? Most people say 65, 67, somewhere around there. I read a stat the other day that the average age of retirement is 61. And then, of course, my next thought was, well, I know what people's retirement savings looks like. So that tells me there are a statistically significant number of people who retire early, and it's not their choice. Is there an age limit on financial independence? See, financial independence is a completely different game. Being financially independent means your income exceeds your expenses from your investments. One of my big critiques of, how can I put this, of investment advice that you hear today, let's call it conventional wisdom. I have a huge disdain for conventional wisdom because more often than not, it's wrong. fact, I heard this week a great analogy to conventional wisdom. It's groupthink. It doesn't work. Conventional wisdom tells you that you need to save up your money and build this really beautiful nest egg. And then when it's time to retire, you smash that nest egg into 1,000,000 pieces and you consume that nest egg and pray that you die before you starve when that nest egg is depleted. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a really crazy way to plan for retirement. You've spent your entire life building this nest egg, and then you bust it into 1,000,000 pieces and consume it and pray that you die before you run out of money. By the way, that's what's considered a successful retirement. Most people don't even have a nest egg big enough when they finally retire. And that's the whole point of this show. That's the whole point of Right Path Real Estate, to help folks get out of the retirement mindset and into the financial independence mindset. Here's the good news. It's not going to take you 40 years to become financially independent. It doesn't. It does not take 1,000,000 years to become financially independent.
1 minute.
If you concentrate and focus on the right path for a solid 5 years or less, depending on how much time and money you've got, you can become financially independent. True independence. Not praying daddy government sends you a Social Security check. Not praying that your pension is still here in 20 years, public or private. Praying that the stock market doesn't crash within the next 5 years of retirement. You can build a nest egg that produces cash, and you'll never have to crack that nest egg. Just continually brings in income, whether you're working or not. When we get back from the break, we'll talk more about that. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mic's off.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending has originated over 2,000 loans in Texas, valued at over $250 million. Jet Lending will help you evaluate your deals for free and give you feedback on value, cost of repairs, and potential loan amount. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com. Oh, and don't forget about our famous Third Wednesday Super Investor Networking Meeting. Lots of fun, lots of great real estate talk. We'll see you there.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience during the loan process. My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates on building those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps to get started. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, the Hernandez team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com or call 713-579-3611. Again, Jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't wait to consult with you soon. NMLS 514497.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 514497.
Are you looking for an
is going on
investor-friendly
here? All right,
general
1 minute.
contractor
Okay.
for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties. Whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
This is Business 1110.
All right, Mr. Bible, hot mics.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Financial independence versus retirement. Most folks are ill prepared for retirement. Vast majority of Americans. I can tell you that right now. Even those of you who are on a pension, ask the folks in Dallas right now who are on a pension in Dallas. Look at any of the teacher retirement systems. CalPERS in California, TRS here in Texas. I mean, just relying on somebody else to take care of you in your golden years is fraught with risk. I mean, you have got to take control of your future. And not doing so is incredibly risky. You know, I'd love to say it's investing in the capital markets for retirement is as antiquated a notion as working for a company right out of college and expecting to retire there 40 years later. I mean, you look at any metric in the capital markets, especially as related to stocks. They are so wildly overpriced. I mean, just you can look at PE ratios, you can look at dividends, you can look at return on invested capital in businesses, you can look at, nationwide, actually, you can look at GDP. You can see what GDP's done the last 50 years. The idea that I can go invest in a market, which, by the way, is what everybody else is doing, is not going to work. It is herd mentality like you wouldn't believe. And it works great when the herd is all in. And don't get me wrong, there's been some fantastic returns because the herd is all in. What happens when the herd is all out? I read a great report this morning on China, and I think this guy gets it. On what's going to happen in China, what happens next. Here's what's amazing. I don't want my retirement dictated to me by what the Chi-Coms are doing next week. Like, I don't want my future to be dictated by something I have no control over. I have no control over what China is going to do. I have no control over what Trump is going to do. I've got no control what Congress is going to do. And quite honestly, they don't understand half the stuff they're doing anyway. That includes Trump. And I don't care if you support him or not. Reality is he does some stuff that maybe it'll work. Here's the problem. It's so crazy. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe it doesn't. But is it any different than any other president? Is it any different than any other Congress? Here's the problem. I can't have my future dictated by a number of people that I have no control over. One of my favorite definitions of what an investment is, and it comes from Dr. Dotzauer. An investment is something you know something about that produces cash flow. It's two elements. Real simple. Something you know something about that produces cash flow. And I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've invested in. It doesn't matter to me what you do for your profession. You know the house you live in and the neighborhood you live in better than any investment you have. You know it better than anything that you've invested in. So here's what I'm telling you. The best investment that you will ever make is a house in your neighborhood or in your neck of the woods that cash flows. You are not going to know any more about any other investment than the neighborhood you live in. There's a house across the street from ours. Now, I can tell you right now, houses in our neighborhood typically do not cash flow unless you get them really, really cheap. I mean, our rents in our neighborhood are maybe $2,000, $2,200 a month for houses that are $350,000, $400,000. Now, if you can get that house cheap enough, it will absolutely cash flow. And here's what I'll tell you. Out of all the investing I do, I'm a relatively savvy real estate investor. I'll tell you what, I know the neighborhood I live in better than any of the neighborhoods I've invested in. The best investment will be that house across the street from mine that needs a rehab that I can put a tenant in. That will be the absolute best investment I make. It's one of the reasons that we teach to our club members, hey, buy houses near the neighborhood you live in. Or a second good option is near your office that you work in, if you're still working. A lot of people know their neighborhoods real well, or the neighborhoods around them. They know the school districts. They got a pretty good idea of what's going on commerce-wise. Like, there's a new H-E-B coming in. You know, that's always a big deal. There's a new H-E-B. H-E-B is a grocery store, by the way, for those of you who are listening from out of state and don't have an H-E-B. We feel sorry for you. Bless your heart, you don't have an H-E-B. So you know more about your neighborhood. And I'm using a term neighborhood here, not your specific neighborhood, but your little area of town. You know your neighborhood better than anything else. You know the neighborhood you grew up in better than anywhere else. Best investments are going to be those that you know a whole lot about and that cash flow. I'd add a third element to that, and it's those investments that you have control over. If I buy a house and I'm renting that house out, and my margin, let's say my total cost to total rent, that margin is 25% or greater. I go back historically and look at, are there any neighborhoods at any point in time in Houston, Texas, where the lease rate fell by 25%. I haven't found any. So if leases fell by 25%, at least I'd be breaking even on a monthly basis. But when I look at what's the risk of investing in real estate, we can limit our risk. You hear a lot of people say, oh yeah, you need, fear. Fear can keep you from making decisions. I don't really believe in fear. I really don't. To me, fear is just risk that hasn't been accurately evaluated. When people are scared of investing in real estate for the first time, or they're scared of flying in an airplane, or they're scared in driving somewhere, or they're scared in, I don't know, rock climbing or something. I mean, it's really an issue of how do we train and educate you to do this by limiting the amount of risk. Now, is there no risk? Absolutely not. Everything's got risk in it. I'm going to go to the Redneck Country Club and have lunch with my wife today. I'm going to have a hamburger. I've already picked it out. They make fantastic hamburgers.
2 minutes.
So I'm going to have a hamburger at the RCC today. Is there a risk in eating that hamburger? Absolutely. There's an acute and a chronic risk, right? Something short-term, something long-term. But you can manage those risks. When I look at real estate and I talk, and somebody says, "Oh, I never invest in real estate," I don't immediately say, "Oh my gosh, you're crazy. Why wouldn't you do that?" Say, "Hey, what? Why wouldn't you invest in real estate?" And they tell me something like, "Well, the tenants are going to tear the house up." Well, why don't you just pick better tenants? And they'll say, "Well, how do you do that?" And I'll say, "Well, this is how you pick good tenants." And they'll say, "Oh." Well, they'll say something like, "Well, I don't want to deal with the maintenance." Well, what maintenance are you worried about? Well, I'm worried about, like a pipe bust in the middle of the night or the water heater going out. I'm like, you know what? It's simple. We got some rules. If certain things are over a certain year of age, we just go ahead and replace them. We'll replace quarter stop valves in a house and put in a new water heater. I mean, for $1,000, you've just mitigated a potential $25,000 or $50,000 loss in the next 10 years.
1 minute.
Would you trade $1,000 for a potential loss of 25 to 50K? And the answer is yes. But if you're not educated, it sounds scary. I don't really believe that people are fearful of doing X, Y, and Z. They're not scared. They just don't know how to evaluate the risk and mitigate that risk. So what we do over here at our club is say, hey, here's all the risks. What other risks do you think there are? Let's talk about how we mitigate the losses from those risks or eliminate them altogether. Education is the key. How do we mitigate those potential losses? Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mike's off.
Hi, Clint Coons here, attorney and avid real estate investor. You know the greatest mistake real estate investors make?
Morning, Daniel.
Not understanding the potential liability that exists from owning real estate. At Anderson Business Legal.
Oh, you know what, Andy? I've never had the pork chops there.
Protecting real estate investors in all 50 states. In addition to structuring your business for optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under the law. We have 150 employees that range from lawyers to CPAs to estate planners and much more. Download our
Sarah, it makes sense it was barbecue because we had barbecue on the Wednesday night thing. So you don't think I can pull the founding member card and say, can somebody make me a hamburger?
706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors will help you keep more of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741 and mention Right Path Real Estate.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then
Well, yes,
call
I am.
Fast Track Remodeling at
back there going down and giving me an estimate
or
a
reach
couple
us
of
on the
days.
web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts, Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas, 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract-to-close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611, and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction. NMLS 514497.
Selecting a foundation company
1 minute.
and their product for repair is a lot like a game of chance. You simply don't know what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license, nor is it regulated. However, Foundation Check utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
This is Business 1110.
All right, hot mics.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. You know, one of the other things I like to look at too is there's this idea that we're always looking towards retirement, right? The day we can stop working. Although a lot of you guys, I'll tell you this. One of the things I found with the folks in our club and friends of mine, once you build up to this point where you've essentially built your financial independence, a lot of folks keep working because they actually kind of like their job. You know, it's amazing how much you like something when you don't have to do it. Like, it's your choice. A lot of times we'll make the same choice, even if it's, you know, does everybody like commuting in Houston? No, it's awful. Although I'll tell you what, summertime traffic, I'm loving it. But, you know, for most part, a lot of people actually like working. Now, some of y'all don't. I get it. But when you've obtained financial freedom, then it's your choice. Maybe you're in a career you don't want to be in, but you like working, or you don't like the place you're working now and you want to work somewhere else, but the money just isn't there. Imagine if you've got that financial freedom to do so. You know, the other thing is, I've talked a little bit about the 3 horizons of money, the 3 time horizons of money. First one is those immediate needs. The second one is financial independence. And the third one is building legacy. here's the other side of this coin. How many of you guys out there want to get the family taken care of even if you're not here? I think a lot of people, they think about that, but they sometimes think financial independence, but what they really think is, hey, I've got life insurance if something were to happen, but somebody still needs to be a good steward of that wealth. And what a great way to teach the family how to be good stewards of their money while building a portfolio at the same time. Anything can happen in this world. And we've seen it happen to investors before too. Start teaching your kids and your family how to invest in real estate. Got a great job, making pretty decent money. Let's start sharing with our family how to be a good steward of those dollars, of that investment capital. Because here's what I can tell you that the kids are being bombarded with on Instagram and Facebook and all that other stuff. It's the faux luxury lifestyle. It's what I call the $30,000 millionaire. It's the leased BMW or Mercedes. It's the, it's the going out to the club nonsense. It's all that, ridiculousness. And the problem is that's what they see as success. They see MTV Cribs is success. And I can tell you, if you've read a book like The Millionaire Next Door, that is absolutely not the case. Most of those people are broke. I mean, from the outside looking in, Johnny Depp is successful. He's broke. Johnny Depp is broke. He's made nearly $1 billion being an actor, and he's broke. I don't care how much money you make, you can outspend your income like that. And you know the heartbreaking thing? A guy like Depp made so much money that he could literally set up generations from now and still live. I mean, when you're talking about, I think it was, the last number I saw was $650 or $700 million. You can still live a Playboy lifestyle and still set your family up for the rest of their lives. I mean, that's how much money that is. That's an absurd amount of money. But he's broke. Now, here's the scary thing. Let's say Johnny Depp toned his lifestyle down a little bit. Because he can still act. He can still make a lot of money. By the way, he can't retire and he's not financially independent. How sad is that? $700 million in income over 15, 20 years and is not financially independent and can't retire. That's pretty sad. Here's the problem. Let's go back in time. Let's get Johnny off the drugs. Let's clean him up. And let's say we got him all cleaned up. So Johnny now is an outstanding citizen. Still parties a little bit, but doesn't get crazy. Don't get crazy. If you guys ever seen that comedy routine, don't get crazy. So he doesn't get crazy. Stay married. That's one thing. It's got hard to build wealth when you divide by 2 every couple of years. So now Johnny has got he's got a good team on his side. He's buying some real estate. Maybe he's doing some private placements in some companies and production companies that his buddies own. Maybe he invests in some movies, making a little bit more money. And he has some kids. And let's say he spoils those kids rotten. Johnny passes away 50 years from now. And now the kids have all this money, but they've never developed the financial discipline that dad did. What's the problem there? That money will be gone in one generation. See, the trick to this whole thing, there's two tricks, two places you can get tripped up. One is building wealth. The second piece is keeping it. And what I've found is that most people that build wealth, about half of them figure out how to keep it. The other half just kind of goes out the window. Now, here's the other thing that's interesting. Of the half that keep it, it seems like there's another 50% that just aren't able to translate the lessons they learn to their children. And their kids blow it in a generation. So that's one of the reasons why when you come out to our events and you join our club, you see a lot of parents and kids teams. You see it a lot. We got a lot of families in our group. And by families, I mean where mom and dad and kids are active. In fact, in our group, we actually have mom and dad, we actually have grandparents, parents, and grandkids that are all involved. We got 3 generations that are involved. But it's one of the reasons you see that. Because parents realize, especially ones that have worked a lot, that are making good money, have made good decisions, got a nice little nest egg already built up, they realize, I got to start teaching the second generation here. And here's one of the challenges for those of you who are parents out there that are in this situation. This is probably news to you. Your kids don't listen to you. Let me put it this way. Your kids don't listen to you until it's too late. That's typically what... Now, I don't have decades and decades of parenting experience. My oldest is 11, so I've got 11 years of experience. Some of y'all have much more experience than I do. But one of the reasons folks will join our club is so that they can hear someone else explain to them the lessons that they've explained to their children, but it's not coming from mom and dad.
2 minutes.
Your children, and this includes adult children, are more likely to listen if it comes from somebody else. I'll also give you guys a pro tip here. Guys and gals, this is for your spouse. We typically get one spouse that listens to this radio show. And you start introducing the idea of real estate to the other spouse. And of course, your spouse says, well, I don't know. This sounds like one of those schemes. Like we've talked about this before, and I don't really understand it. One of the things I tell folks is, we've got a weekend retreat this weekend. And I'll talk to, the husband or the wife, and they'll say, well, we're kind of interested, but, I'm trying to get my wife or my husband on board. And I'll just tell them, don't explain this to them. Just don't. Just drag them up here. Just sit them in one of our weekend retreats. Let us explain it to them.
1 minute.
That's exactly what I did with my wife. I went to one of my first real estate events. I watched the show, and I'm like, okay, this is starting to make some sense. I went home, gave her the summary, the overview. And then I said, you know what? You just need to go to the next one. And don't go with her or him. That's kind of like going to the movie you've already seen and then telling them, okay, get ready. This is like the really cool point. Don't do that. Let them come to their own conclusions. Just send them up there and go learn it. Do it with your kids. We've trained so many kids the same way. Adult children, mom or dad will say, look, you got to go. I wrote the check to go see the guys. It's a whopping $197. Just go and go learn from them. And then we'll talk about it tonight or when you come home from the weekend. But the trick in this whole thing is you can build all the wealth you want, but you don't want it gone in a generation. Let's build a legacy, and we've got to start training our children now. When we get back from the break, I'm going to wrap all this stuff up. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mic's off.
Do you have cracks in your brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary.
Oh, I saw Matt jumped on. Hey, Matt, what's the update with
Our product is designed
with the
for
shooting?
housekeepers, landlords,
I was talking about last night in base camp.
occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com. That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place
30
to invest.
seconds.
The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
This is Business 1110.
My bad.
Is that the same song?
Push. All right, here we go. Hot mics.
Welcome back, Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. If you want to know more about investing in real estate, an alternative to what you're doing now, go to rightpathrealestate.com. You can sign up there. Weekend retreat is this weekend. I don't know if we've got any spots available. I got to be honest with you. You can, if you go to the website and it pops up, then we still have seats. You can sign up there, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. But at our weekend event, it's our workshop, a weekend-long workshop where we train you how to build wealth and income with real estate. We are the only real estate club that I know of that teaches the 4 ways to build wealth and income with real estate. We talk about income, which comes from flipping properties, from wholesaling. We talk about how to build wealth with lending, in other words, you being the bank and being a landlord. Teaching all 4 ways to make money in real estate allows you to continue to build your wealth regardless of what happens in the market. We've got these strategies that you employ depending on what your goals are. So that's this weekend. You can go to rightpathrealestate.com and sign up there.
2 minutes.
We've also got back episodes of all the radio shows, all the archives on YouTube and on iTunes. If you search Right Path Real Estate, those will come up. Sign up for our email list. We're always emailing stuff out. We've got a blog that's got a ton of information on it. I'm going to send out an email or 2 here in the next couple of days about retirement. You guys will like it, I guarantee you. I always have a bunch of links in there. You can go do all the research yourself. But get educated. The more education you get, the less fear you have. Fear is just risk. It's all it is. You're feeling, how do I do this? I'm real worried. How do I do it? All you got to do is get educated. We can reduce these risks. Now, there's not no risk, but we can reduce these risks. And really start building wealth for you and your family.
1 minute.
And then, of course, teaching your family the same things that we teach our club members so that they continue for another generation to build their wealth and income with what you started. Thank you so much, guys. I will be here bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, 9 a.m. Monday. And I will see you then. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
All right, Jay, have a good one.
All right, thanks.
You've been listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. Find Jason and Tom at rightpathrealestate.com.